Oh my gosh, I told y'all that Andy's mom was alive. Like 3 or 4, 5 maybe episodes ago, I told y'all she was alive. Please trust in me now that when I say a prediction of a show, that it is true. I have a true gift for this. Okay? I am in awe right now. This is nuts. Okay. I mean, so obviously, I don't really know if this was supposed to be the real season finale, but it just happens to be that it is. Um, it could be due to COVID, or it could have been their normal. They could have. It could have been a normal taping. I don't know. So this is episode 316. Louder than a bomb. Come to think of it, I think they said they did finish the taping, but I think because of the scenes with Grey's Anatomy that got cut out, that it kind of maybe have messed up the scenes with Station 19 a bit. So maybe it was a little bit confusing, some of the parts we didn't see, but yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so this starts out with them at a party, and as soon as it comes on, I see Miller and Vic. I thought it was Vic, but it was Sasha, um, Miller's new girl that he been seeing. So I was like, wait a minute, that's Vic? Nah, it wasn't Vic. It was a girl that he's been seeing for a while, and I was like, man, that girl really does look like Vic. Like, he really do like her if he got a girl that looks like Vic. Um, and then we see Andy. She's at the party, so they're having a whole party on the houseboat. Andy's there. Everybody's there. Even the old Proby's there. Um, then we start to see flashbacks of Herrera, Pruitt Herrera as a young firefighter. And I thought it was going to be like some young firefighter stuff, but it was really Andy having flashbacks about some things that happened in her childhood. Um, Miller and Vic wake up in bed together. Um, Miller's Miller loves her. Okay, he loves that girl. How did they end up in bed together, man? This is like a scene out of The Hangover. Like, how did this happen? I need to know. Uh, Bishop's dad's there. He comes to visit after her mom came to visit. You know, I didn't really think that this would lead to us seeing more scenes of her father or her parents, period. But, you know, I like the direction that it's going. I would say that we hadn't seen a lot of everybody else's parents and background and stuff. So it's nice to see, you know, somebody's parents on the show besides Pruitt Herrera. I guess since he's gone, they gotta bring in somebody else. Because we've never seen Vic's parents. We've seen Miller's, but we haven't seen Vic. We haven't seen, well, Jack doesn't have any parents. We saw Travis's in his background, but yeah. Yeah, so I like the storyline that they're bringing on to have her parents. Maybe in the future they won't have her dad, but they'll probably have her mom. Maybe they'll get a relationship since she's figured out that yes, her dad was an abusive person. Andy and Robert are at the hospital. He's having surgery, and Shepard's there, and she's like, "Yo, is she high?" And I'm sitting here thinking the same thing, like, bro, what is wrong with you? Are you high? And so yeah, I thought she was high too, but she wasn't high. She's just really like she really needs to be put to bed. She needs like to do a 72-hour hold where she just goes to sleep, because I think she hasn't been to sleep, and they need to sedate her and get her mind on the right path. But I think now that she's actually knows that her mom's alive and everything, that she's gonna calm down and let this whole thing go that she's been having going on. She'll be able to take care of Robert and his recovery, and all of that. They had this five alarm fire. They're trapped in the fire. Um, of course, Jack got to play hero. And I knew this last week going in, that Jack was going to be trying to play hero. And I'm just like, yo, like, why Jack always got... I knew nobody wasn't going to die when they did it, like, in the middle of the... It wasn't even, like, at the end, towards the end of the episode. So I'm like, as soon as I saw that whole scene wasn't at the end, I'm like, nobody's dying here. so yeah, they just was trying to scare us. I think they've taken enough people this season. They taken enough people this season. They took enough people last season. They took enough people the season before that. So yeah. So at the 5 alarm fire, Bishop's dad comes up there, and he has such a hold over her that she's like, yo, in her head, like, yo, I still gotta do what he says, this and that. Like, he's like, yeah, go be the firewoman. And she does. And as soon as he says something, she moves and she does it. And she's put on a show for him because that's what he wants to see. But then he's like, yo, you want to be a firefighter and you don't want to take care of your family. Your mom's putting all these things in your head to talk about me like this. And she's like, yo, you need to get me back behind that line. This is a fire station. You will be arrested. And he's like, are you threatening me? Who are you talking to? This and that. And in a normal situation, if a kid was talking to their parent like that, it'd be okay. But in this situation, he's an abusive parent. And he has control over her that doesn't need to be there. And he pulls her hair like, who you talking to? And all them firefighter and police officers storm over there. Like, you can't mess with the captain of a fire station and think something's not gonna happen to you, dog. Like, that's not gonna happen. So, yeah, she's like, yeah, I can win gold Olympic medals for myself. I don't need to win them for somebody else. Throws a little dig at him. And then that's all we see of him. But then she goes back to the fire station. They all go back. And she cuts her hair. And I'm like, oh, Lord. Here we go with something like this bull crap. I knew as soon as I saw this bull crap. So, my wishes were not met. Jack and Maya will not be together. But, hear me when I say this. Hear me when I say this. Next season, it's going to be a possibility that Maya's going to be pregnant with Jack's baby. Okay? I see that in the future. Maya will be pregnant with Jack's baby. Okay? I don't know for sure, but I just have this overwhelming hunch that as soon as she gets things on the right track with Karina, now that she's, she done cheated and everything and came back, baby is a possibility. Okay? Blah, blah, blah. Dixon got arrested, yo. Dixon been harassing us all season long. Dixon got arrested. The life. But the thing is, we don't see how exactly he got arrested. And I'm trying to see why did he get arrested for fraud. I can't remember exactly why he would have gotten arrested for fraud. Or money or something like that. I don't know what that's about. But he got arrested and that's all I care about. So at the end, they all go back to the house. To the houseboat again. They want to celebrate the fact that Dixon is not around anymore. And they even got little Proby there, Dixon's son. And, they're talking about him and everything. And then, Dixon's son and Travis go outside and talk. While they're doing that, Jack and 3 black people trying to teach Jack how to dance is so funny to me. Like, the culture on this show is just like, it's so balanced. It's such a balanced show. It's not too much of this type of person. It's not too much of that type of person. And that's what I love about this show. There's a great mixture of a lot of people. There's Hispanic people. There's black people. There's white people. There's, Travis is half Asian on the show. So, I love the dynamic of that. I love that dynamic of how it is. And they don't make it an overwhelming thing like, oh, I'm black, so this. Like, they don't make it, it's not overwhelming. And I love that about this show. Now, at the end, Andy had kept having these flashbacks now. She had more and more flashbacks. And through these flashbacks, she's seeing her mom crying and everything. And she sees scenes of her mom and dad arguing. And it's just like she like felt that something was wrong. She talks to Meredith Grey about it and everything. She's like, you know, the mind has a way of blocking out things so that if you feel some type of way, your mind will block it out for you so that you can move on and deal with it. And that's what her mind did. And I feel like because her dad was gone, it was a missing piece there, so she had time to think about what could possibly be. And she's calling and calling, and she finally gets a call back from her aunt. And she goes to meet her aunt, and lo and behold, when she goes in there and she talks about her mom, here comes her mom out of the closet, out of the bathroom, wherever she was at. And I'm like, yeah. Bro, I knew as soon as I saw that scene, as soon as she's walking in that house, I knew her mom was alive. Man, I said, I can't believe it. I mean, I knew it. This is nuts. But Andy, you should have been at the hospital with your husband while he was in recovery. Okay? Maybe he wouldn't have just took that morphine and he's gonna be addict again. But I mean, he did just have major surgery, so maybe not. But you should be at the hospital with your husband, okay? Not off on some tangent, okay? You need to get it together, okay? I know you're not used to being married, blah, blah, this and that. But you married now, okay? And you got to be married and do married things and let that go. But this is the season finale. Let me see if there's... I'm sure there's not anything else. Yeah, that's it. That's the season finale. And I'm super sad about it. All the shows are going off, but I have enjoyed this season with you guys. I have enjoyed this whole run. I cannot wait until next season, until we start again. I'm sure that probably won't be till January, but of course we'll have Grey's Anatomy later on this year as well. The quarantine, I don't know how it's all going to work, but I will say I have enjoyed this season with you guys. Thank you guys for watching the videos. Thank you for the subscriptions I got from my Station 19 videos. Thank you for the likes, dislikes, comments, negative comments. I love them. I love them all. Okay? Thank you guys. Please subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you guys later.